It's time to share another sheetload of cards from the Call Me Crafty Owl card sketch for September. And this month is a fun mini Slimline card. Hey guys, it's Beth. Welcome. It is the beginning of September, so it is time for the September 2022 sheetload of cards from Call Me Crafty Owl. This is a sketch that she puts together each month and then also gives you a supply list and a cut list. Her channel will be linked in the description box below, so you can go and check out how you can get this month's sheetload. It is free to her subscribers, and she also has a collaboration team that each month shares the cards they made using her sketch. And so there's a hashtag up in the title as well as in the description box that you can click on, and that will take you to all of the YouTube team members so you can see what they made. This month it was another special edition. It made mini Slimline tent topper cards, so that was a fun twist. And it used 6x6 pattern papers, and so I went with the Woodland Critters paper pack from, it's an old Scrapping for Less pad, kind of like a fall woodland feel. And this month's sketch does make 12 cards, and look how cute and fun they are. And mini Slimlines fit in the smaller, like, I guess, business envelopes or correspondence envelopes, 6 3/4 by 3 5/8. You know, you can find these at Dollar Tree, Target, any office supply store, Amazon, but the mini Slimlines fit, and these, even with the tent topper, they will fit in that size envelope. So I also used a stamp set from Scrapping for Less. That's where my sentiment came from, and I actually just put some white cardstock through my silhouette and cut some ovals. And then instead of cardstock, I used pattern paper. There were a couple of patterns that had kind of a solid feel to them. And so I used pattern paper to do the scallop matte piece behind my sentiment. And so I also had sized a scallop oval out with my regular oval. And so then I ran the pattern paper through and cut all of my scallops. So that kind of saved me time there. That's something you can do if you do have an electronic die cutter. Otherwise, I didn't have, one reason I did that is because I didn't have a matching oval, scalloped oval die that was the same shape of oval, if that makes sense. I have oval dies that are skinnier, and then my scalloped ovals were like a wider oval. So I just went to my silhouette so that I could also size them together. And I could size it to fit the stamp that I knew I wanted to use. Anyway, so I took 3 different patterns, two pieces of each pattern, and cut down all of my pieces and pretty much followed the rest of the sketch as is. On some of them, well, on all of them I added sequins. On this particular combination I added sequins here on this middle element piece, just because the mushrooms were kind of a busy pattern, and so I just wanted to add something to that middle piece. But here, because the mushrooms were that middle piece, I added my sequins down below that element. And then this last one, because the polka dots, they're not plain, but they were plainer than the other ones that I had used for this middle element. And so I ended up adding some ephemera that I had left over from an old Scrapping for Less fall collection. So I did 2 with this orange pumpkin, and then added some sequins down here in this corner, and then 2 with this cream colored pumpkin, and kind of scattered the sequins around. So it probably wasn't necessary to bring in the pumpkins. I just felt like it needed a little bit more. So they are tent cards, so I don't know how well you can see that. So they do stand up and kind of give you that fun element at top. And I think that's it. I don't have anything on the insides yet. I'm going to work on using up my collection here, and we'll come back at the end with scraps and add on the inside of those cards. And some of you have asked me for a process video for the sheetload. There will be one coming at the end of the month. I show how I made these. I'm going to do a video on using up this paper pad, and so my process will be part of that, so you can stay tuned for that. Otherwise, please be sure to check out Call Me Crafty Owl's channel below, as well as the hashtag, so that you can see all the other collab team members' projects. Thank you so much for your time today, and hope you all have a very crafty day.